Hello friends, welcome back to the homestead today. I'm glad you are all here. If we have not met, hi, my name is Tanya. If you are back again for video, thank you so much for stopping by. Oh, my posse is joining me. But I thought for today's video, today is Saturday and it's kind of the day when I get stuff done and get things ready. And my husband is home, for the day today, and so it kind of gives me a chance to get some more things done in the kitchen and get ready kind of for the week ahead. Just kind of, one of those days. So I thought if you're curious just to join me along. Mostly it'll be a lot of kitchen tasks, but just a few other things, like I'm gonna be collecting eggs and baking some bread. I'm gonna show you the recipe that I use for my sandwich bread. I've been really liking, this is my go-to recipe. And yeah, just to see what else I'm gonna try. I think a carne asada recipe and things like that. So I just thought if you are curious, just follow along for the day to see kind of what we are up to. Again, this is not usually what I get to do most days because I'm busy with the kiddos, but it's just a fun day. The weather's great. It's Saturday. So welcome to the homestead and let's get some stuff done. One of my tasks and one of my favorite bits is, it's gonna get dark for a little bit. I'm actually inside of a silo, you guys. Right now we're chickens, so they're staying in this silo. It's kind of a makeshift coop. So we're gonna collect some eggs and I usually have the kids help me sort those. But yeah, get some eggs, and our chickens have been doing really well laying. Yes, ladies, hello. But Miss Diana here, she is broody, so I've been trying to take her out a few times a day, but she thinks she's having babies, but you're not, Miss Diana. You're not. Not this year, at least. So, but yeah, we're gonna get some eggs. Hello, madam. They've been doing such a good job. Hello, you come to say hello, haven't you? Pretty good for egg load. This is from a little bit of yesterday and today. I just have to sort them. So, hi ladies. But, pretty good. This is something I've been doing weekly, or trying to, is just sorting the eggs. Now at the time that I was filming this, we did not have a rooster yet, and so we were just keeping our eggs on the counter. Now we actually have a rooster, so we have started just keeping them in the fridge, just because also it's summer, just to make sure nothing gets fertilized or anything like that. So just to help with that. But yeah, just sorting the eggs, and we have actually been selling some. We've had some people buying, so it's just been really fun. We have lots of eggs for ourselves, and yeah, our chickens have been doing really well, so I'm really glad. Then I wanted to share with you, I wanted to try just making carne asada in the slow cooker, and so I found some carne asada at our local store that I found here in town, and I just decided to try it in the slow cooker because I just found that it would be easier and kind of really let the meat cook and get nice and tender. And this is just a good way to cook the meat. You can eat it, you'll see later at the end of the video. I had it with some rice, but you can put it into tacos, you can put it on the side of other things as well. But I kind of just winged it, but I just put the carne asada, and then I would just put
I did the juice of a lime. You could also do a lemon. It's totally fine, but that's what I had, so that is what I used here. And I've especially been liking my slow cooker for days when it's really hot in the summer, just kind of, you know, it's just easier than having like the oven or being over the stove all day. So I really like the slow cooker for that, or obviously also the Instant Pot. But I find that for recipes where it's like meat, where I want it to be more tender, I prefer to kind of have the slow cooker and just let it do its thing, obviously if I have the time. Then I added some spices. I added chili powder, some cumin. You saw that I added some garlic in there. You can obviously adjust spice level to how you would want it to be. And then I added some salt in there. I didn't do too much because I'm not a big fan of spicy things, super spicy. So we just kind of added more flavor rather than heat. And then a little tip is that I love to use the cilantro stems. A lot of times people just throw these away after I've used the leaves. I like to cut up the stems and use them for dishes like this where they're going to be cooked, you know, for a long time, or even for soups. You still get that really great flavor and they don't go to waste. So I love doing it for recipes like this. Then I also decided to get the bread going. This is my favorite bread recipe. I will have a link down below. A lot of people have also asked me for it because it's so simple and it's my go-to sandwich bread recipe, and it always turns out so well. So I just wanted to get the yeast, sugar, and water going to create that little foam mushroom top, I guess, before I continue on with the bread.
While the yeast is foaming up and activating, I thought I'd take you guys outside while it's nice out and show you a little bit around. Well, I'm drinking, I wanted to share first. Look at this cute ceramic coffee mug. I just got it from the farmer's market. Today was the opening day, so that was fun. It's nice to have a farmer's market close by. And I thought I would show you guys a little bit of our garden. A little bit of the progress we're making. It's still something, and a little bit of our orchard, and give you guys, I don't know, just a little look-see around and see what's going on. I love this area. This is our orchard area slash just like, yeah, our trees and stuff. So we have a lot of these, and I'm no tree expert by any means, so I really have no idea what all the things are until they come in. So if you know, please comment down below and let me know, because I'm definitely no tree expert. So let me turn you guys around and give you a little look at the trees. All right, so here I believe these are some of our fruit trees. I've been finding other ones, like I found some mulberry trees in different parts of the property. But here are the trees. Now, is that plums? I don't think it's, maybe it's pears, because a little bit of like that shape. I don't know. Are these plums? Someone tell me. What kind of tree is this? You have this little green. I mean, I kept thinking maybe plums is what's coming to mind for me, but I don't know. And so we have a whole bunch of these other ones. Some were just flowering, so I don't know if they're going to be cherry or apple. But this is our raspberry bushes, and they are doing really well. You can see we're gonna have raspberries pretty soon, so I'm really excited for that. I always have these ambitions of canning, but to be honest, my kids will probably just eat them all before I can really even do anything with them, because they just love raspberries. And thank goodness, because raspberries are so expensive right now at the grocery store, so they can eat all the raspberries they want once they're ready. So here's our garden area. And right now I'll try to do a separate, hopefully this year, a separate garden video tour. And granted, mind you, we've only lived here for 2 months in this home. So, you know, between unpacking and trying to, it's been a work in progress. But we have been having a lot of our radishes come in. Our onions are doing really well. And I'm also in a fight with some deer, because we have deer here, and so they have been trampling in here and eating some of my things. They ate one of my like really established tomato plants, so that was disappointing. But I have some tomatoes. They're not as big as I would like. This one I did purchase. This is my attempts in trying to hide it from the deer. Well, we have some things growing. Oh, hello, madam. You have come out. At least you're not brooding. We have some tomato plants and a lot of weeds. But we also, I found these are some things like stragglers, I call them, from I guess the previous owners that just came back this year. So we have some lettuce growing and random green onions that we did not plant, that came up from, again, the previous owners who must have been gardening in here. And I'm really excited because our corn is coming up. So you can see there's our corn. These big green ones here, and I'm excited because I planted a second row and these are also starting to come up. So yay, corn is doing well, considering we're also surrounded by fields of corn. So on all four sides around our home, it is fields of corn. So that's what we're surrounded by. Our zucchini are also doing really well. We have some zucchinis and we have some different cucumbers and melons and things. So overall, not bad considering.
So after my walk outside, I ended up coming back and you'll see it's kind of like this little mushroom. It's a little bit puffy, which is what you want to see. And then you add the rest of the water, a little bit of honey. Again, I'll have the recipe linked down below. I don't know what the exact measurements at the top of my head, but this recipe makes 2 loaves of white bread, like white sandwich bread. And like I said, this has been the recipe that has been the best that I've tried. It's been really foolproof. Other people have gotten it from me and tried it as well. It tastes really well. It's a little bit quicker to make. I just sometimes struggle with sourdough. I know I have a sourdough starter, but I just have a hard time sometimes remembering. I'm just in a busy season right now where I'm just having a hard time keeping up with it. And maybe when my husband is back on the farm and we finish our transition with our other house and all of that. But for now, this is the bread I'm making and I am loving it, and it still tastes delicious. I think is better than what I can find at the store. So this is also one of my favorite parts of bread making, is just the kneading. There's something about it that I just really love, and like smushing the bread. I love bread making, and it just makes my Ukrainian heart really happy. Just bread. But I feel like bread can make anyone happy, right? Like bread is wonderful. So it doesn't take a lot of kneading or anything. You kind of just mix it up. And once you get it in, you just are going to keep it in an oiled bowl so that it doesn't really stick to it, and just let it rise for about an hour or so. And so don't divide it here yet. You just put it into the bowl and let it rise. And especially in the summertime, that rise, it comes pretty quick. It doesn't take very long. You could even do like 45 minutes, and the dough gets really puffy, which is also one of my favorite parts to see. But like I said, it's a pretty quick bread to make, and you do get 2 loaves from it. If any of you also have a favorite bread recipe, please let me know, because I like making bread and researching different breads and just trying different recipes. And I just like it. Baking just makes me happy. I don't always have time for it, I will be honest, but when I do, it's just great and I really enjoy it. So then at this point, once it's kind of had a chance to rise, I divide it into 2 lumpies, I guess, 2 parts. And then this is really easy too. You don't even need to be super exact with it. I don't use a rolling pin or anything. I just kind of squish it out into kind of like a rectangle. And I just end up rolling it in to make like a little log, I guess. And that ends up being each loaf. And I actually also have tried this recipe since filming this. Usually what I will do is I'll make one plain one for like sandwiches and bread and whatnot, and then the other one I actually will add in like chocolate chips, and so it'll be like a little chocolate loaf, and my kids really like that one. And again, it's just a little healthier than like what I would find at the store. We used to really like the Aldi chocolate bread, but now we live further away from an Aldi, so I'm not able to shop at Aldi right now, and we can't really find a good alternative. So I've just been making my own anyway, help save money. But yeah, it's not anything super scientific. You can kind of roll it a little bit harder, but you just kind of smush it into a little log. I am clearly not a professional, but it works, and it makes these two loaves, and you let them rise for a bit.
Hello friends. I'm taking, my bread is rising, and the kiddos are playing with my husband right now. They are big gamers. So this has been, I don't tell you, but this has been like my favorite little place. So it's like kind of like my office. It's technically like a little addition closet off our bedroom, but I love it because there's a bathroom over there, but the door's closed. There's a door here, and I put in my bookshelf that my husband built me. He just brought it from our old house, and so I've been trying to go through my books and things, and I just love it because I sit in here and I work on my embroidery or just read or do like exercise. It's just big enough where I can get my yoga mat out. I don't know, like if you're a mom or someone, I feel like if you're an introvert, you get it, like just to have like a little space that's your own. And then over there is like my little makeshift work desk that I use when I'm teaching my classes. But yeah, so I just was taking a little break while my bread was rising, and I thought I would sit in here and just maybe talk to you guys for a little bit and work on my embroidery. I am slowly making progress on this piece. I'm hoping to do an embroidery wall. I need to find where my other embroidered pieces, I think this is my 5th one that I've done, and I want to kind of hang it up, so hopefully in a future video I'll share that with you guys. But I've really been loving embroidery, so it's been really fun. And yeah, I'm just kind of chat with you guys maybe for a little bit, just because if you're curious. But I thought I would start off and share with you my current read. I'm always reading like a million books at the same time because I'm definitely a mood reader and I'm kind of all over the place. But this is the one. I've also been trying to utilize our library a lot because trying to save money on that, even though I love books, but I have so many already on my TBR cart. But right now I'm reading Abby Jimenez just for the summer. And it's really fun too. So it's kind of like a rom-com-y romance, but it's really fun too because the author is a Minnesota author, and I live in Minnesota as well. And it's so fun because she mentions a lot of places that I know, like there's restaurants in here that I've gone to, and just like different parts of, you know, the state that I know. And so it's just really fun to like read that. So if you're also maybe someone in Minnesota, but even if you're not, it's just a fun read. I'm liking it so far. But yeah, so this is actually my first Abby Jimenez book. I have not read anything else by her. I know she's pretty popular. But yeah, so this is my current read right now. Kind of nice for the summer. But yeah, so I thought I would kind of give you guys an update a little bit just for a few minutes about kind of our move and how it's been going. It's been going well. I think it's still, so if you don't know, we've been here for about 2 months now. Yeah, it's been 2 months actually this week. And right? Yes, 2 months. And so it's been going well in that time. We still have a lot to unpack. But I am still kind of solo parent. I am solo parenting during the week, and then my husband is in the cities working still, and then he comes down for the weekends. And we've slowly kind of adjusted to that right now. I know it's some days are really rough because I'm by myself with 3 kids, but it has been really good, and we've slowly, you know, again, we've adjusted. I think just having a lot of grace with myself too, and realizing, because I think like any mom, I have all these plans, like I'm going to do this and this and this, and I'm going to unpack every box. Like I thought in my head, oh, in 2 months, I'm going to just have everything done. It's going to be organized. I'm going to be decorating. And I still have, you know, boxes in our dining room and boxes in my bedroom, and like just, you know, but having grace with myself and realizing, like, because in all of this, I am still homeschooling. We were doing our state testing. So we just recently finished that a couple weeks ago. So there's just a lot going on. And as you know, like there's always something going on when you are, you know, a homemaker. There's just always a lot. And I do still work part-time as well, remote. So there's just a lot. So I'm just having grace with myself and learning to, my husband's always like, don't overdo it. And so it seems silly, but having this little spot has kind of been a physical reminder for me to like take a break, slow down, and yeah, so this is where I come to take a little break. Let's see, I'm trying to think anything else. Let me know if you guys would be curious what you would be curious about. I'm obviously hoping to do more videos. That's always my goal, but it's a struggle, like being honest with you guys about YouTube. I definitely I struggle with being consistent and uploading just because it is hard. Like I said, like I'm the main parent during the week. I homeschool, I work part-time. I have, you know, a lot of the property, like our animals, not that we're like a full-fledged farm, but there's just a lot to keep up with, even with the animals we do have in the property, you know, because upkeep and all, there's just a lot. And I'm trying my best to find ways to film and kind of share that with you guys. But it is, like, I will be honest, it's hard some days to just have the camera up and filming and doing that. And so I'm going to try my best to get a little bit better at filming, but that's just the reality. And I'm still a very small, like, YouTube subscriber wise, and so I'm hoping obviously to gain more subscribers if possible. So if you feel so inclined, I would definitely appreciate it if you did subscribe, because I'm still under 1,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping to get to 1,000. That has been a goal for many years, to maybe one day kind of have it be maybe a possible income or just something. But yeah, I'm trying to get better as the goal, to hopefully share more videos with you, because I also sometimes feel like, is it boring? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't think I have this wild, crazy life, and a lot of it is routines that are very similar. So I always think, like, would people even want to see this? Like, you know, I don't know. So I'm trying to get braver at filming and realizing that, I mean, I like to watch other people's content and I don't think it's boring. So maybe it's just like in my head, you know, like maybe I just think it would be boring. But so I'm hoping to get a little bit braver and out of my comfort zone and share more things with you guys, and like maybe some of the mundane things that I kind of do every day. So yeah, so hopefully in the future you will see some more videos of me being a little bit braver and sharing my life with you and sharing some of those things. Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a little bit more embroidery, and then pretty soon I'm gonna go get the bread in the oven.
So this is what it looks like after you let it rest for about 30 to 40 minutes, and it gets a little bit puffier individually in the loaves. And then after you cook it, like, look at this. Amazing. So good. 10 out of 10 recommend, you guys. It's so good, so easy, delicious. And I ended up, my favorite is that when it's fresh, I love just making like little sandwiches, or like, well, you'll see this. I was so excited because I had my Ukrainian kalbasa. I had some on hand. We, again, part of also being further away, we are further away from our Ukrainian Russian stores, and sometimes it's hard to come by some of my favorite things. But this day, like, look at this. Ukrainian happiness at its best. Butter. And then I made one that was butter and jam, and it was just delicious. You guys, like, looking at this, does that just not make you happy? That makes me so happy. I want that so bad right now. It was wonderful. On top of homemade bread, it just took it to a whole nother level. So good. Oh, so good. 10 out of 10. Recommend. Amazing. And then you just have that with a fresh cup of tea. Like, that was, I remember I was like so happy. My husband was just like, just watching me. I was just like so happy. I was just so happy when I was eating this. Like, this is what makes me happy. Like, food that just tastes good. It's good ingredients. It's amazing. It just makes my heart so happy. So please try this bread out and also be happy. Amazing. Next, I went out to the garden to just do some weeding, but also to plant these dill plants that I found at the market, and Elroy is one of our barn cats, and he loves just forcing the love upon you in the cuddles, but he's a sweetheart, and so he's always usually out there with me. I have to say, so unfortunately, my dill, since filming this, I mentioned in the previously, we just had a lot of flooding, and just we had a hard time recovering after. We were thankful that our house was thankfully okay, but a lot of people in the area, we were in a FEMA like zone where there was really bad flooding. So we just have had a hard time recovering since then, like garden wise, but I'm just trying to have some grace with myself, and a few things have grown. But I did plant some dill, and dill just, again, makes me so happy. Fresh dill is so good. And it's just so adorable and fluffy. I love it. If you don't know, in Ukrainian cuisine, we use a lot of dill just on everything. So if I have fresh dill, that just, that just makes me so happy again. So yeah, I just love trying to get out to the garden when I can. I don't always have time. But again, this being a Saturday, and it was helpful that my husband was home, I'm able to kind of get out and have a little bit more time and just be out in the garden or out in nature. And that's just the one thing I've been so grateful for since being able to move to this new home, just to have this green open space. And it's been wonderful for my soul. I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful every day to have this opportunity. And you can see I came back in, and this is what the meat looked like a few hours later. And yeah, I'm going to share with you, it's kind of ending our video, but I hope that you are all doing well. I'm wishing you the best, and thank you again so much, those of you who took any time to watch any amount of this video. It really means a lot. Thank you.